Hi guys, how are you doing? It's your girl Alina, and this is simply my views. If you don't know by now, this channel is just a safe space where I talk about things about life, and a huge part of this channel when I started it off includes mental health. I am living openly with a mental health diagnosis. I did make a couple of videos on mental health, from the basics to where you can get help to the cost of mental health treatment. That is in Namibia, because I am Namibian, currently living in Namibia. So the only knowledge I have is for the Namibian system setup. Uh, I'm a bit low today. Evidently, I don't have my usual energy, but I really need to make this video because this will also be the last video officially that I'll be making regarding mental health. It's a decision I took a few days ago. I am taking a break, a very much needed break, and I know people feel all kinds of feelings towards it, because I've also gotten personal interaction, because I've been posting it on my social media platforms about how I feel, how I am made to feel, how it is not safe or healthy for me anymore to continue putting myself at risk and things like that. So I don't usually make scripts. Like, when I talk, I just talk from my heart. But today, due to the fact that I am quite emotional, I'm so afraid of even saying something not in the right way. I'll be looking down a bit. I just have a paper where I've written the main points that I want to include in this video. So when you see me doing this, I'm literally just referring to that. The first thing I would want to say is a disclaimer. I am not a health professional. I am not a mental health assistant. I am not a life coach for mental health. If you need help or coping mechanism, I highly advise that you seek help closest to you. Most of the resources and information are readily available online. I'm highly disappointed by the fact that most people are rather ignorant and they want everything to be handed in their laps. The information I share here, I had to really learn myself. I didn't have anyone putting me in a school of mental health, and I recognized a huge gap in the knowledge about mental health. This is why I even started making the series in the first place. I am not doing this to gain popularity or recognition. Yes, there is a community of people that follow me, that cheer me on, and I appreciate them. If that is you, I appreciate you. I want you to know that I will keep going, although not here. I do not have the strength at the moment to keep going in the department of mental health. And I will share more what happened, what is happening, what keeps happening, and things like that. Yeah, so I just wanted to get that out of the way. You may stumble across my social media platforms or this channel, and you may feel like you can talk to me. I understand that, but I do not have the capacity to do that. I'm not equipped to handle certain things. Even if it's the sensitive suicide, if the person has thoughts of suicide, I cannot help them. There is help though. There are mental health units, there are hotlines you can call. Honestly, if you just pay attention to information, you will get. I have a lot of videos down. If you're really that curious, go through them. The video descriptions, I've put in the effort to even put the cell phone numbers there. And something I was like howling out in my a lot of emotion is, people also do not really, most people do not really watch constructive videos. They want vlogs. I understand people need a bit of spice, gossip, what, but now I was made to feel guilty or shame for pulling away from giving information that is readily available anyway, because I express myself that I really do not have a shred of strength to keep doing this anymore, at least for a couple of months. I don't know how long it will take, but I'm really feeling horrible. And this is the less glamorous things that usually don't make it on social media. I honestly do not have the strength to pretend I'm okay when I'm not okay. So, like the title says, what is it like living with mental health? Have you ever wondered? Have you ever wondered how this person is saying she's living with mental health? And I'm not the only one. Anyone that is battling this, whether they are speaking out or they are making it a silent battle for so many reasons, have you ever wondered what it is like? Hmm? Because how it is like, it's how I live my life. It's sometimes having so much power over me, my actions, my emotions, and everything that's supposed to be in balance, in check, so that I can remain stable and okay and able to help other people. Because for you to help others, you must be okay first. At least that's the principle I believe in. For you to love, you must have love within you. You cannot pour from an empty cup. It's not an act of selflessness. It is just self-neglect, probably trying to get a couple of scores here for people to say nice things about you. But honestly, if you are not okay in any setup, whether it's physically, mentally, spiritual, in any setting, I know people are so consumed with looking good, how they look out there. Yes, you can maintain an image, but when you're honestly drowning, like I am now, I highly suggest that you take a step back. I am very self-aware. I do a lot of self-discovery, personal introspection, just to figure out, to get in touch with who I am, if I'm really okay. I check in with me. Am I really okay? Or I'm just on autopilot trying to save the world from mental health. And I also know that I'm human. I will feel, I will have limits, I will have things I won't be able to do as much as I want to. And the moment you realize those things, you realize you really don't have to run around like a headless chicken trying to prove a point that you are compassionate, that you stepping back like I will be doing. It's not selfishness. It's a very important thing that most people don't even know how to do. And I'm very grateful to the fact that the help I've gotten, the coaching, the mentoring, the coping mechanism that I get from professionals allow me to be at a stage where I can really tell myself honestly that, Alina, you're no longer okay. You can no longer handle this. Take a step back. Okay? So, just like any human being on this earth, you have feelings, you have emotions, you have reactions, you have your own way of reacting, and it won't be uniform. It most likely will depend on the situation where you find yourself in. So now, a normal human, if you get a scare, you get scared. You start expressing things of fright. You are frightened. If you get good news, you are super excited. You are smiling all over the place and things like that. If you stumble upon some challenges or a bad day, you might be moody and all those things. See, that is just human nature. Now, besides someone like me, besides me having so much knowledge, there is no way that it says I have this knowledge and I'm 100% okay. No, I am never 100% okay. I'm just okay enough to see past whatever is coming my way. Yeah? Let me give a typical example. I get up every day and go out in the world. Before I even leave the house, there are people there. There are things happening there. Those events, if they are good, that's good. If they are not good, that can come with a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings. Now I'm still in the house. I leave out and go outside the house. I meet people maybe in the cab, I meet people at work, I meet people here and there. And whatever small or big interaction I have is a potential trigger. And because I am still sorting myself out, I'm still healing parts of myself, I still get people that trigger me just by a simple thing they said. You know, things. I have childhood traumas. I have a lot of areas that I know are still hurting and they need to be healed, but they are not yet healed. I'm still in that process, and I said, while I'm in this process, I figured that I could help others. I wasn't obliged. I do not have a legal duty to do this. What I did is my own initiative, hoping I can reach people, hoping if you're watching, you'll get something. But in the process, people created this own blanket of my reality, and they said, yeah, so you're okay now, so you must be helping everyone. If someone calls you and they want to talk to you, you must listen. No, I'm not supposed to listen. It's not a must that I listen. Because remember, whatever you say to me, I'm not a robot. It will have feelings, it will create a lot of emotions. Sometimes your story triggers me, it reminds me of my own pain. And then, even in that moment, instead of being helpful, and it's very possible that I just get crowded by my own emotions flooding back, that I'm not objective anymore. I might give you advice that is clouded, that is biased, like I might be projecting my experiences onto you. This is why at every turn that I speak about seeking help, I say go to a professional. I am not a professional. As much as I have this information, it's information I just self-studied. But the coping mechanism, even I find myself going to professionals to get those. I don't have them. I have the ones that are unique to my situations and my struggles. But yours is something different. Please do not take people's kindness and empathetic nature for granted. Someone came all the way onto me so strongly, telling me that because I pronounced myself and said, please guys, I have emotional boundaries. I cannot take on every case. And let me tell you, there's a person in my inbox that is saying they want to die. That is a suicidal person. Even that alone is more than enough to make me very uncomfortable and trigger me, and I'll end up in the hospital when I'm triggered. Ne? Yes, I look physically fine, but you don't know what's happening in my brain. Then you add this one has this problem. If those people become 5, even 1 is too much for an ordinary person like me to handle. Maybe that's too difficult to understand. I hope someday you will understand this. I hope someday you will also understand the value of going to professionals instead of going to people. I made a video that I said our friends, our families, our loved ones are not therapists. And that is true. And I said, let's set healthy ways. Let's start putting out emotional boundaries healthily. Yeah? And your reaction must not be, because I know people do this emotional blackmailing. They're like, yeah, the person is suicidal, so if they die, it's on you. No, it's not on me. I do not control the balance of life. You do not control the balance of life. While you can seek for help for them, remember, there's a limit to what you can do. There's a limit to what I can do. So now you want to put someone's death on my conscience. What is that? You're blackmailing me emotionally to corner me in a place where I take on more than I can handle. I've already established that I cannot handle this. But to you, you're thinking me saying this is selfish and heartless. If that's what you would like to call it, let it be. One day when I'm okay, I'm gonna go out and get a professional here. In fact, I'm already in the process of getting a clinical psychologist to talk to people on this platform who follow me, so they can give you the scope of why therapy, what they do there, where they are every day, and how vital it is. However, because I am taking a break, this video will take a while to come up because I'm no longer actively working on mental health issues. I will only be releasing videos that I've already shot. I'll make them public every Monday like I always do. But yeah, and at the point where I am, I know that certain things make me uncomfortable or not okay or not happy, and if an emotion is an opposite of happiness or being okay, it can trigger me. Triggers. I don't know how to explain it. Like something that when it happens, let me say someone used to beat you, like you used to be beaten. So anytime someone even hints that they might beat you, you start getting anxiety and all kinds of things inside you, and you go through a lot of symptoms like it's just so much. I hope one day I can translate the meaning of triggers even in my vernacular and whatnot. I go a lot to professionals. That's why I'm saying this is not just something I'm making up, something I was taught or I taught myself. I went to the right places where there's information. So now it's the thing of you have to face life as it comes, get coping mechanism, unlearning the old toxic ways of dealing with things. Like I know instead of starting a fight, I need to learn how to be calm under pressure, or how to not say anything for the sake of winning an argument, to really think through my next words so that they don't hurt someone. But I found myself so angry at what people did to me, at all the expectations that are being placed on me, because I thought I was doing something that people would benefit from, but instead they were like, you're not doing enough, you are being selfish. So I'm like, you know what, no matter what I do, you're gonna have something to say. When I talk, you're like, yeah, you think you know everything, you're what, you see. I'm not saying all of you do that, but the majority, and it's what is compelling me to say, I don't want to get drowned into arguments, into trying to defend myself, into trying to prove a point that I am rightfully angry or emotional and I deserve to also be considered as a human being. So as a precaution to make sure I remain okay, I remain stable, I will be stepping back from talking about mental health issues for now, because I need to go and get my treatment. I need to go and get stable, and only then I can come back again, probably with the same courage and enthusiasm that I had in the beginning, to continue. I have no indication of when I will start feeling better. For example, today is Wednesday. I was angry since Sunday. Like, I am angry even right now. I am probably gonna go to therapy to see if I can put a name on this emotion, because right now it's just like anger and a lot of, I'm recognizing like there's a deep, bad emotion sitting there. I'm not sure if it's anger, because the angry thing is the only thing that I'm able to recognize, but I think it's that thing of I feel unappreciated. I feel being put under pressure or put on the spot and cornered to do things that even I can't do for myself. Yeah? So I just felt like I should make this video. It's not typical of me to upload more than once a week, but this is what is happening right now. And I even said, guys, if you want information, you can call anybody else. If there's someone out there that feels like they have the information, please give it, because I want people to get help. It's just that I'm no longer putting myself out there to give that help. It comes at a greater cost to me. I am a mom. I have other roles. I'm a sister, I'm a daughter, I'm a partner and all those things. I'm an employee somewhere. For me to be productive, for me to continue living healthily, I need to let some of these things go for now. I know it's something very important to me. Even saying I'm letting it go is hard for me because I find myself so tempted to still say something, but I must not say something, I must not engage there, I must really take a step back. It's very hard to step back for me, but I know it's a very much needed step in me. It doesn't register well with everyone, that I know, because you're like, but you're in a better place, and what with mental health there's no better place. You get better and you do everything in your power to maintain that status. If you start putting yourself in the forefront of arguments, in the forefront of triggers, you will just relapse and go back to not being okay. And for me, I've seen the sharpest end of myself not being okay, and I don't want to go back there. And if I'm going back there, it's not because of something that I know I shouldn't do, or because I'm allowing people to control how I live my life. Yes, this is our channel. There's a space. We will still talk about other issues, but just know right now I have to go. I have to step back from all this. I don't look physically bad shape. That's why they say mental health is not a look. This thing of you look happy or you look okay does not mean anything to me. It shouldn't mean anything because you are discrediting my feelings and my health status simply based on how I look. Because this is mental, it's just inside my head. There's a whole spiral of unwinding wires of emotions, feelings, events replaying in my head, and. So, guys, continue being kind. I hope you get all the help you need, but for now, please just know I won't be available for any mental health issues. This was the sole purpose of this video, and I hope you got the message. If you don't, one day, someday, you're gonna get it. And I'll see you guys next week, but not with mental health topic. That's all from me, and